Welcome to the TPP Learning Academy. In this video we're going to be demonstrating how the GP Connect appointment booking functionality works within System 1. GP Connect appointment booking functionality allows appointments at your, for example, GP unit to be booked into by a third party. So for example, it could allow your 111 service, who currently use Adastra, to book your patient's appointments into your rotas. It would also allow you to book appointments into another third-party system. So for example, your PCN, GP Hub, could book appointments directly at an EMIS GP practice. The configuration for the GP Connect appointment booking is done within organisation preferences. Access via Setup, Users and Policy, and Organisation Preferences. On the left-hand side here, you can see there's a GP Connect folder, and within that, the first set of settings is Provider. So here, you would first of all tick to enable the GP Connect Provider functionality. The first set of settings is around your slot types. So this is working out which of your slot types within your practice you want to make available to be booked into. You could say allow any of them, or you can specify particular ones. Here I've created some additional ones to my normal slot types specifically for this, so that NHS 111 can only book into certain slots and my PCN GP Hub can book into other slots. In addition to specifying slot types, we can then set up rota booking rules. So these rules are based around rota types. So rota types are assigned to all of your rotas generally anyway, and you may wish to create extra rota types for this purpose. So for example, I've set up an extra rota type for 111. So I can select it here and then specify below as to whether I want to allow any organisation, unless I set up a rule, to be able to book into this. The second option is to allow organisations that I specify to be able to book into this. These rules will be detailed in a second. So having chosen the rota type, I can then start to specify the rules. So here I can click plus. I can then choose the rota type, so here NHS 111, and I can set rules such as how many appointments per day they could book. I can add the organisations that I'm allowing to book by clicking on the plus symbol here, typing in the name of the 111 service, and once I've found them, I'll be able to select them from the list. This means that that 111 service is able to book in to these slots. You could also do it by organisation type, specifying any GP or urgent care organisation type. You will also need to configure a GP Connect staff role for each of your clinicians. Here you can see a list of all of your staff members, and a GP Connect role will need to be applied to each of them. First of all, you would select your staff member and select Amend GP Connect role. What this will do is it will take you into the staff details screen for that member of staff. Into local settings, you'll be able to then choose the GP Connect role. It's important to do this because when an appointment is booked with this member of staff, you'll be able to see what their role is. The final preference at the bottom is to decide which is the default GP, both registered and usual, that would be assigned to patients when they're booked in to an appointment via a third-party system. To configure the consumer settings to allow you to book into appointments at another organisation, such as an EMIS GP practice, you would need to tick to enable GP Connect Appointments Consumer. Once you've done this, you would then be able to click on the plus symbol to choose the GP practices that you would want to be able to book appointments to. So for example, here I'm searching for a GP practice that may be using EMIS. When I select them from the list, they will be added to my list of consumers. This would mean I would be able to book an appointment from System 1 into that GP practice. Booking an appointment via GP Connect is done from within the patient's record. From the administrative tree, you would open up Appointments, Visits and Tasks and select Third-Party Appointments. This will immediately show you any appointments that have already been booked via GP Connect. You can use the organisation drop-down list to see appointments booked at different organisations. Appointments that you already have booked, you can amend, changing the appointment details, or you can also cancel from here. To book appointments, you can either select the Book button. There is also a toolbar icon that can be added. Rather than having to come to the administrative tree, you can add via the toolbar. So to book an appointment, you would first of all choose the organisation. You would then select the date range. Here I'm selecting a week's worth of appointments and click search. This is now showing me a week of appointments at the surgery of my choice. I can see which clinician, followed by their GP Connect role, their gender, as well as the slot type. To go ahead and book the appointment, I would choose the date and time, followed by right-click and book. Once I've chosen to book, I can then type in my appointment details. So in this case, I'm booking a follow-up appointment back with this patient's GP. And press OK. I'm then shown a message confirming that the appointment has been booked. Once the appointment's booked, it immediately shows within this screen. And then I just need to make sure that I save the patient's record at the end.